Very good morning, students. And there is a good news on a good day, 15th of January. We know how auspicious this is. I've been planning to do this since a long time, and I think this is how we get started. I always say good things take time. So, what is this, and what are we doing here? I am going to be available for your life to resolve all your questions, answers, doubts, queries with respect to your commercial aviation goals. So you are encouraged to meet me 10 a.m. in the morning, live here, post your doubts, and I'll resolve them. Your doubts could be with respect to your career, with respect to your documentations, with respect to how to plan your career in aviation. It could be a technical doubt with respect to any of the subjects. Subjects like anything that you are studying to become a commercial pilot or a commercial aviator. And these sessions are not just restricted to you or a student pilot. These sessions are for dispatch students, engineering students, RT students, and all other students looking to make a career somewhere in aviation or commercial aviation. So that's how we're going to go about it. And feel free to post all your questions and answers. These are the only sessions where I'm keeping the chat option open so that you can type in your messages and doubts. And I'll try and answer all of them. So let's get started and see if anybody has any questions. In the meantime, I'll be giving you real-time tips, and you can use those tips with respect to your preparation and apply them and let me know if they work for you. And if they're not efficiently working for you, then we can customize certain strategies for your. All you have to do is just let me know what's bothering you or what's the hurdle that you're facing right now. With respect to the tips for today, let's get started. So one of the main concerns that has encouraged me to do this is a conversation I was having yesterday with one of our student pilots. Now, this student, of course, he's from India, but the thing is, in 2021, I'd started a 100% scholarship batch for RTRA, and the announcement made was on Instagram, and the student was a part of that batch, and I had approximately 51 students joining in those sessions. You will see those sessions are still available under the playlist by the same name. Towards the end of the batch, only 3 to 4 students survived taking all the sessions, and only one student gave the exam by himself, apart from the station lectures, and was able to clear the exam. Now, he's not that student that I'm talking about. That student is someone else. Now, why I'm talking about this is now this student, it's been about almost 3 years. I get in touch with the student and I realize that he is in a bad situation compared to where he was 2021. Now, what are these bad situations? Firstly, he joined certain ground schools where he paid huge amount of money and he could not get the quality of training. Secondly, he got issues with medicals. Thirdly, because he could not manage everything, everyone in the family and society is looking down upon him, not giving him any support, including friends, personal relationships, and family. Now, the problem is he's unable to have any funding for his ground studies or anything else, nor any support. And he is also not being taken care of by those relationships which are looking after him. The problem is now he doesn't know what to do. And I realize this problem is not just his. This problem is something that a lot of students are facing. Now, my concern here and my advice to him is this, that, okay, you should be listening to what I'm saying and just follow that. I'm here for you. But I don't understand why he's not able to follow those instructions. Now, we all have our reasons. It could be that I'm too far away to reach out, or maybe I'm just not in physical proximity to be there to guide you and influence you for the period of time that it is required with respect to consistency and dedication. Remember, we need to put in the hard work to sit and study. There is no other way out of it. And in those 3 years, if you have not been able to spend those 6 to 8 months of in-depth learning, then understand you will not be getting the results that you want. You have to be aware about this first. And then you have to make everybody else aware about it so that you don't get the pressure that you feel is not productive for us. Otherwise, when you give chance to people to look down upon you and to put their feet upon you and to put pressure on you, then they will not miss it. For once, who was a very interesting and strong personality that people were following, now because of these things, okay, becomes someone who's all alone and nobody is looking at. These situations, you have to realize that there are certain things we need to look after. How to protect ourselves and how to regain our strengths first, regain our confidence, and then start studying without any distractions. Now, all these things are distractions, and the guilt of those 3 years being wasted and lakhs of rupees wasted and trusting the wrong people in the process and being blamed for it. I don't think it's your fault. I don't think it's his fault. You are doing what you think is right. And as a student, I don't think that would be something wrong. If you come to me for guidance and if I misguide, it's not your fault. So how do we avoid such situations? How do we ensure that we are not eaten upon for our money by all these people who are not going to be productive for us? How do we prevent it from happening to ourselves? And if this has happened to us, what do we do now? Because we surely don't have more money to study. And if we don't study, we don't clear. And to study without any money, we will join free groups, WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, and all. And you know those people will not support you unless you pay them, and they will just misguide you. Now, this student who has been taken training full time, this student who's had 3 years in his kitty for this, is unable to clear metrology because in the groups that he is looking for advice, people are still not clearly telling him what to do, and he doesn't know what to do. He's blank. He cannot take his own decisions. Okay. And understand we don't want to be in this situation. I hope everyone is thinking about this. This is very serious. You give 6 months to 8 months, 4 months, depending upon how much time you can give on a daily basis. And you follow instructions given to you by instructors and you put in the hard work. After putting in the hard work, when you don't get any clarity on any concepts, then you ask the questions in real time to instructors and you keep asking those questions till the time you get a resolution. And then you move on after mastering that concept. It all boils down, it all comes down to that moment when you're sitting, studying, making notes, and ensuring your intent is to retain the information for a long time. This is where your professional work towards a professional career starts. First, it's on the ground, and then you go up in the air. It all starts from the ground up, students. Ground studies you cannot overlook. The people that you're looking for with respect to instructions and guidance, how can you blindly trust them just because they are followers, just because they're working pilots, just because they show that they are someone who is very informative and very smart? Understand, everybody wants to be an influencer these days. How can you trust them? On what basis? So whom to trust? You need to trust yourself. How can you trust yourself? By putting in the efforts first. You need to work hard to grow your muscles. Here it's your mental muscles. And then you come out as a strong person and you capitalize on your existing potential and you fine tune that. You don't need anyone. Understand. You need to first get your skills, develop your skills, increase your potential, and then you're good to go on your own. You might be thinking, okay, sir, where you're getting this from? Well, these are ancient Indian traditional techniques given in gurukuls and education. What else? These are things that has been taught to kings, queens, gods. If we are blessed with such cultural education, why do we need to go anywhere else? So the tip for the day would be that, okay, let's say you are planning to start for your ground studies and you're thinking, okay, where to start from? Let's say I don't have money, and let's assume nobody is going to teach me without money. I'm on my own. So how to get things done on your own? How to get started on it? It's pretty simple. Let's talk about the first paper from yesterday's conversation. Let's talk about, yeah, let's talk about aviation. Yes, students. So the first tip, let me give you the tip. Forgive my slip of tongue. I haven't been sleeping well. So yeah, first tip. Let's say paper. Let's talk about papers and how to go about that. Simple tip for today. Which paper? We have regs. We have regulations. Then we have metrology. Then we have tech. Then we have RT. And then we have math. Let's talk about math. Let's say how to be independent from it. How do a person when in that situation start doing this? Okay. So MET, it's pretty simple. You follow two books. Okay. And with those two books, you address these topics first and master these topics. What are these two books? Firstly, we will have IC Joshi in our hands, the latest version, Indian text, a very, very nice book consolidated for our Indian syllabus, Indian exam requirements. But this will not be enough most of the times. You can always look out for free copies available for Oxford books. Oxford books, if you can get the licensed copies or whatever you get with respect to permission from that academy, are consolidation of all the good books all across the globe. These two books, if you master the topics, you are good to go. Now you'll be thinking, sir, what are the topics? So the topics are very easy to tally. You don't follow the index of the book. You follow the syllabus. Syllabus for CPA. You take a copy of the syllabus, get a printout, check the syllabus, check the index of these books, and first mark the index of these books with respect to syllabus, and then start studying the concepts from both books at the same time, and then do the questions. See if you can answer those questions first by yourself, and then compare your answers with the master key. And whatever disputes you have, whatever wrong things you have, look why you got them wrong, correct them by looking into the text. And if you have any doubts and if you don't understand anything, then you can reach out to me. I'll try my best to clarify those doubts. That's it. I don't think I trust anyone unless I'll meet them, spend time with them, and know, especially when it comes to giving quality education in this ground training phase. So I would say that you believe yourself, believe these books, believe official publications released by DGCA and iCAO. That's it. And maybe iCATS, I could say. Okay. It's easy. If you are in a very bad situation, I might be able to give you some free resources to study. But for that, you have to, understand that you cannot take it lightly. It will be a one-time opportunity, and you should only request for it when you're serious about following. You might be wondering, so why you're doing this? Is it marketing? Is it this? Is it that? So let me tell you what is the most important thing learned in my learning with respect to other things. The important learning is purpose of life. Why do we live and what's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to find our purpose. Most of the times, our purpose is connected to our career. Okay. Our career goals. Sometimes some people have purpose with respect to helping humanity, helping the society. Some people have purpose with respect to making a lot of money. Some people have purpose with respect to getting a desired post, getting power, or just having a happy life, or maybe some relationship goals, so on and on. I found my purpose with respect to knowledge. Personal purpose is to get knowledge, and other purpose is to provide knowledge. Knowledge to whom? Firstly, to my students and to whoever else who needs with respect to whatever knowledge I have. Simple. Then my purpose becomes to look after my parents, my family. My purpose becomes to look after myself, right? And we do what we do for the same. So let's have some clarity why we are doing what we are doing. If we are looking to become a pilot, it's just not that we want to fly. We can always fly doing a PPL. We can always fly for 2-3 lakhs. You can get solo flight, at least a few hours. But that's not a goal, right? Most of us have a goal to make a career in aviation, to have a stable and a dynamic career. That career will give us a lot of rewards, salary, money, status, and stability. So if that's your purpose, then understand you have to be professional. It's not an easy thing. It's even baking a cake is very difficult, and it's not easy to bake a perfect cake. It's not easy to recreate the same flavor, same dish in all the world's restaurants, be it a small restaurant, roadside restaurant, or a 7-star, 5-star restaurant. People are doing it. How are they doing it? Nobody gets it overnight. It's a marathon. We have to be steady. We have to conserve our energies. We have to be careful. We have to be serious. But first, we need to hone and develop the skills. We need to learn those skills. And there is no shortcut. We have to give them the time to get those skills, to sit and study and get the knowledge. There's no shortcut. Everywhere where you see shortcut for money, you are breaking the chain. And when you break the chain, accidents happen. So when you do the right thing, you get the right rewards. When you don't do the right thing, you don't get the rewards. Whether it's your fault or not, you are someone who will be facing the penalty. So what I'm trying to say is begin doing the right thing by putting in the hours and taking quality learning so that you clear papers by yourself. Once you're done with all papers, then comes the next step. And the advantage of doing that is not just clearing papers, but to get knowledge also. Today's tip is about that because we have seen a situation where the problem that the student is facing is not having the knowledge to clear the papers, not having cleared the papers, having spent lakhs and lakhs of rupees in studies and not got the quality education. And now exams are not getting cleared and there's no other support, neither for flying, neither for further studies because sponsors are not trusting. So this is what the tip is about. How to go about a subject like this? Told you. Simple, right? That being said, let's not worry. Let's understand that no matter how difficult it must be for someone, when we start doing the right thing, things start following in our favor. That being said, just on this, when I say this, I'm here to help you with your queries, not just with your subjects or career. But if there's anything that you're facing personally, which is resulting into a barrier between you and your studies, you and your peace of mind, you and your dedication, you and your career, feel free to share, discuss, so that mutually we can find a way out for you and you can start working on that way out and reclaim your strength and reclaim your path, fuel, and the vehicle that will help you complete the journey towards your goals. Okay, so we are done with today's session. There are no live questions for today. So, hoping that students will find this and pose their questions. Students, please try to keep negative comments away. Otherwise, I'll have to block comfortability. That being said, we can filter it. Feel free to reach out. Feel free to ask. There'll be more tips, more Q&As, and everything coming in. Every day, 10 a.m., every weekday. Check out if there's a live session happening. If yes, you'll be a part of live Q&A. Students who would want to talk verbally can request for Zoom lecture link. I'll invite you in the Zoom session so that you can see me face to face. Or at the same time when we are on YouTube live, and you can verbally discuss your doubts, questions, couple of concepts, and I can teach you in these 20, 30 minutes also, real time, without anything. You don't have to give anything other than your focus, your time, your dedication. That's all. So what's your purpose, students? What do you think? What's your purpose? What's your purpose? Think, think about your purpose and let me, you can reach out. You can message on WhatsApp on this number directly. Mention your purpose. You can comment. Let's see how the commenting goes here. Okay. Comment on YouTube. You can reach out on IG, Instagram, and let us know there also. Let me know directly. What is it? At the rate fly with icons. Right? No matter what mode of contact, let me know how I can help. And remember, put in the hours with 100% focus, gain the knowledge, gain the skills. Nobody can ever bother you after that. I know you seek knowledge. If you're struggling with papers, don't blame yourself. Understand practically. The gap between you and you getting the papers done is just knowledge. The bridge is quality, learning, and knowledge. And if you have not been able to build that bridge or have gaps in the bridge, I'm going to fill that. And with these instructions, you can also work by yourself to fill that. One or the other way, you can do it. All right. So that's it, students, for now. And I'll be seeing you in the next live Q&A and tips session 2. Until then, if you need anything else, feel free to request. You have our contact details and you can reach out, place a request, and I'll try my best to give you sessions on the same over here. Okay. Good day to everyone, and let's get to learning, developing the skills. All right, students. And if anybody has any complaint, let me. All right. Chalo. Hats off to everyone. I know what you're doing is not easy, and I'm here. And we will be self-dependent. We'll be free. And we'll reclaim our strengths if we are missing it. And if not, we have no problems. We are already strong. Then we are just going to increase our strengths. All right, students. That's it for now. I'll see you when I see you next. Remember, you have to let me know if you have found your purpose And you have to let me know what's your purpose. Let's see if it works. This is your instructor signing off. See you live in class, students. Take care. By the way, the last live that I was doing, a session like this, I remember the voice didn't go through, and it was all my sessions are unscripted. So I was just talking, talking without video. There were students calling me, and I put it on silent, thinking I don't want to be disturbed because talking about how to become a pilot. There's a session, there's a season thing made, but only one session done. And once the session was over, I was very happy. Finally, I'm able to do it. I checked the messages, and then students are like, "Sir, your voice, there's no voice," and I felt so bad that I wasted 1 hour. And after that, I'm just doing it today. So I hope today you all can hear me, and if not, then forgive me. Okay, students. Okay, I think you all can hear me. Fine. So all the best once again, and see you when I see you.